cool. Sweet. All right. Let's go over the market in general. And then we can go over all the meme coins because there's a lot going on right now. Let me just send this out. Uno momento. Alright, bet. Looks very good. Alright. No, I didn't buy this. I brought this chair with me. I'm not sure which one's worse. No, it's actually really funny. Yeah, if y'all could see my setup, I brought my entire setup. This guy probably thinks I'm a fucking lunatic. But it's crucial, man. Not about to be on no laptop. So if you just look over here, pretty similar structure, consolidation for like 210 days, 210 days. And on the Apollo volatility scale, we're getting like a 12 tomorrow. And we just had the weekly close, which was pretty nice. So yeah, I'll go look at, if you don't have either of these tools, I would highly suggest getting them. And that is, let me show y'all. Okay, we'll put the screen away for right now. So this right here, this is a Bookmap, but this is called multi-book. So I overlay 10 or more different exchanges data, so I get to see the aggregate of all of them at the same time. Whereas like before, I was using all of the manipulation the market goes on. So these giant orders were tossed up on here, and these are like spoofed orders, which means that like they had no intention of these getting filled, which in traditional markets is illegal. And obviously it held because total was like 275 million, and that at that point was not going to break through there. And then again, another like 4,000 plus Bitcoin. So just like, it's good to have these tools because people are always like, well, what pushed price down? Oh, is it this? It's like, go look at the order book, you know? And then again the other day, which was only very short-lived, but it came up, and you see like right after it holds price down, they pull their orders. Not as much there as it was obvious here. But yeah, no, I would definitely get both of them. They're not that expensive, but I would highly suggest getting both of these tools. Yeah, very important. If you're gonna trade, I would suggest having both of these. So right now we're pushing up nicely. It's really nice, I'm not gonna lie. We'll change this a little bit. And we'll go look at Bookmap real quick. Let's go look at Sol. Also, I'm at this Airbnb and this dude's internet fucking sucks. I'm not sure if it's me pulling too much like data through his router and it just can't handle it, or I don't know. So I'm just hotspotting off my phone right now, so I have no idea how long the stream's gonna last. So right now we see like orders like 157, 170, not so much in between. And then we have a lot stacked underneath. There's actually an aggressive amount of orders stacked underneath Sol, like all the way down to like the 70s and 80s. It's, usually I would look at that and say like, oh, we're gonna go fill all these orders, but the amount is, I don't see any like bearish catalysts except for like a potential strike back from Israel. Other than that, there's not really like anything else to like stop the market from completely ripping, in my opinion. But I would keep that in mind. That definitely could happen. But yeah, let's go back to TradingView. So looks great. We're still at the top of this range, which we've been like range bound for 6 fucking months, and it's been brutal. What I was telling a lot of people is like this last 6 months, like you just want to hold on, not focus on like making money, but just like keeping your money, because the opportunities are everywhere. But if you zero out because you're being greedy, chasing pump fund bullshit, or getting liquidated by people like Ansem, just like, you know, this whole mooding thing and all that shit, just, you got to understand liquidity market cap ratios. It's cabal like coins, man. I'm not buying or chasing any of those. So it'll be interesting to see when we retest up here, because technically we haven't still made a higher high if you want to go by these, and it depends on if you're making your market structure based on wicks or closes. If you're going by wicks, yes, we made a higher low. If you're going by closes, well, it depends on if you're looking at daily or weekly. It's pretty close. But overall, the money flow and momentum looks really good. And you don't really have to get too caught up in everything. It's just look at the past. What happens during Q4, during bull runs, it's the same thing over and over. So I love this, what's going on right now. I was looking at like total 3 earlier. We had a breakout like everyone was getting all hyped up about, and then we pulled back, but then we held, and now we're pushing back up. So it's actually like extremely bullish. So there's like a couple alts that I'm looking at. Not many, I will tell you that. Like I think that we'll get an altcoin season, but it won't be like previously. You know, like these crazy high fully diluted value coins are kind of like dust. You know, stuff like Ray, in my opinion, fire. One of the best trades that you can take right now, in my opinion. Just like a retrace to all-time high is insane. Like, just look at this chart, bro. How can you not like this? It's one of my favorite altcoins right now. If you don't know about Ray, it's like the, you know, it's the native token for the Radium liquidity pools, and a portion of their fees go towards like a buyback and some mechanism. And it's just a good business model in my terms. When I look at certain things like DEX tokens and stuff that have similar like mechanics. So that right there is just like, you know, 800% roughly back to all-time high. It's insane. So if you think Solana's going to do good this cycle continuously, Ray's like a good, you know, ancillary play to play on that. Jupiter, I think, is going to do really well, just because they're just shipping so much fucking code. Yeah. Plus their active staking rewards is pretty solid. If you aren't doing that, like, I think it's not a bad idea. All these other ones like AVAX, Link, Ondo, I mean, I don't know. Aave, I think, yeah, Aave maybe. The quality of the stream is low. I wouldn't doubt it. First of all, I suck with OBS, and then this internet is going through my phone, which low-key I need to plug in. But yeah, even if I did have good internet, I'm terrible with the OBS. Too many settings, man. It's not my thing. I don't think I can change settings on the fly, to be honest with you. 20% drop frame, that's not good. So yeah, alts, pick them. Got to be really stringent with what you're picking. And, you know, just for me, I'm focusing a lot of my allocation on my port on meme coins, as is most people. But so yeah, let's check out the memes and like drop tickers if you like want me to check something out, because I'm always up for new meme coins that I haven't seen or heard of yet. That's always fun. Yeah, no, 10K on the Airbnb, and the dude's got like a Linksys router. It's like, whoa, buddy. Obviously, Ribbit, one of my favorites. It's actually, I'm getting more and more bullish about this because of how, you know, if you don't know, like, go check one of the threads. I can like post it or something. Like there's a whole bunch of lore behind this that's actually crazy. That when I found this out, I was like, how do I not know this? So like the dude who made Whiff also made this, and it's like the first meme coin on Solana that went to like multi-millions. First like frog meme coin. Like it's got this crazy lore, and it's like super faded, and it already broke its previous all-time high, and you know, someone stacked out like 137 racks right when we broke, which was fucking gay. And it's holding, had its retrace, and it's got relative strength now. If you look at the previous past ones, it just like shit back to zero, and the distribution now is just insane, honestly. Yeah, so there's a lot of other catalysts that are coming, but I think a lot of people are waiting to see this break all-time high, and then like come back and retest that and turn that into support. And yeah, I mean, I know some people are waiting for that, which I think is gonna happen. Like I'm still in full size. I haven't sold anything. And the one cool thing about this that's never been done is that like we're crowdsourcing and crowdfunding the fees that you have to pay to get listed on centralized exchanges, which they're not cheap. I don't know if you know this, but they're expensive. And usually they pay for that from like the amount of supply they have when they started the token, which I wasn't around or didn't know Pat when they started this. So we're literally getting like people to just donate for all the listings, which is it's never been done. So we'll see how well that goes. That'll be cool. Let's go look at some of these. Hey, Giga is just fucking rocketing. This is fucking insane. Just look at this chart. This looks nuts. I'm curious how much this has to do with like the Murad lists. Probably a lot, to be honest with you. Yeah, no, for sure. There's too many people that have like gone to all these other chains and trying to start like the meme coin. Oh, it's gonna be on Base. It's gonna be on, you know, BSC. It's like they always come back to Solana. It's like just stop, just stop. And now they're starting the same thing with Sui, and I'm just like, you know, maybe one of these times it does happen, but just like, you already have the users here, you already have the infrastructure. It's just this is where it's happening. And if people don't think Sol is going to $1,000 this cycle, they're sadly mistaken. It's definitely going probably higher. Wars are definitely bullish. I definitely tell people to like just buy. When you have the war FUD and you get a good entry, buy, because if it does get crazy, it doesn't matter anyways. What does it matter if we actually like go to war and stuff? Like we're not gonna be worrying about our magical internet money. Okay, so it's a non sequitur for me. It's just like just buy heavy. Dude, we are ripping. Oh, my Bowden shit is up. Let's go. Yes, I am in Bowden. I think that this will be a very, very hated rally, and the risk to reward is pretty fucking insane down here. Especially going into like elections. Like low-key, I still think the meme is funny. I don't know, a lot of people don't think it's funny. I think it's hilarious. And I mean, just look at the risk to reward where you have previous price targets and like resistance and price action, where instead of like, you know, some fucking thing like moding that's just going like ridiculously high with no liquidity. I love charts like this. They're like my favorite to buy. Also, I actually bought an ETH meme coin. I swear, that's when I know that I'm super bullish. If I will actually go through the pain of buying something on Ethereum. And this is like an old 4chan meme. If you go look it up, it's been around for a while. There's a version on Sol, but it's like got fucking like G'd to hell. Its market cap's like 40K. Yeah, it's I think this will do good. But right now it just seems to be like, honestly, I think Popcat and Giga are like two of the highest confidence plays, and a lot of people are like chasing these like really, really, really low cap memes, hoping for like 100x or more. And like you might get that, maybe. Most likely you won't. So then the alternative, in my opinion, is to put the majority of your capital into something like a Popcat and a Giga, because they're pretty much like guaranteed to keep going up to a certain extent. At least they're not going to rug, because if you look at the distribution, it's like really, really healthy, and you're guaranteed like returns, which is really rare in memes. Whereas if you go with like something that's a very low market cap, you can still get rugged. So I would definitely say you need to look at like the ratio of market cap to liquidity, which theirs could definitely be thicker. That is definitely on like the shorter end. It should be like around like 40, 30, something like that. But at this point, when you see how many holders there are, how long it's been around, like, you know, it is that of an exception, I think. It's more so when it comes to like stuff that just popped up out of nowhere and it's ripping and people are chasing it. That's the stuff I don't touch. So I think Mumu also is like a lock. Someone bought there with like a $2 million market order. That was something that you always want to pay attention to, because most of the time these people know, and in my opinion, that is going to fill that wick. Like, I think Mumu is definitely going to $1 billion. So this is like pretty high confidence. Like, what is your return on this? Just so the wick fill, 570%. Then you can go in with this with size, like any size you want, pretty much. I think it also, there's a lot of meta coming to like circling back around to like old memes. So like Muay Thai, some of these other coins that just got cheated out. Now there's like some interest to coming back to some of these because they're not rugs, as in like they're not going to go to zero, and you have a lot of upside as opposed to like buying stuff on Pump Fund. So we're kind of seeing that more and more now. Retardio, that's another one. The culture coin meta is I've been saying for a long time, is just, it's so strong. Like, it has to have some kind of like cult behind it. Wick fills are definitely inevitable. Yo, you're gonna pull up, bro? You're gonna pull up to the Airbnb. We're going to the another one in like a couple of days because I need a hot tub. Like, I don't need one, but I want one. Also got the Ribbit glasses. These things are kind of based, I'm not gonna lie. The Pit Vipers, the Ribbit Pit Vipers though, bullish. Selfie, I've been very, very bullish on this since like, what was I in at? Like 6 mil market cap? No, that was Billy. I fumbled a bag on Billy big time. Big fumble. This also looks like incredibly good. I don't have the pairs. You got to get Pat to send them. They're sending them out to people like crazy. A lot of celebrities getting these in the mail. We're just hoping one of them wears it on their Snapchat or on their TikTok or Instagram or something. I think that could happen. Yeah, see, like the whole culture coin narratives are starting to pop back up heavy. Giga, Lock-in, Aura. Yuna's, I think, got faded heavily. That chart doesn't look great. I will say that it does not look great. Autism. Chart looks good. Low ass fucking market cap though, but that could be a solid play right there. Higher high, higher low. It looks not bad. You could risk it, something small in there. Eno, I think this one's fire. Chart looks super fire. Yeah, that's a good chart. I love that. 3 mil market cap, all-time highs, what, like 5, almost 6. Some of these are pretty much like, you don't have to hold these forever. Like, some of these are like layups, just back to all-time high. You just have to know when to take initials and let the rest ride. Flog, crazy fucking artwork. Their shit is crazy. Oh, we can't see that. God damn, I hate OBS, man. I hate this shit so much. Yeah, no, their artwork is like crazy. I don't know who's running the account, but they're like that. Look, the Frodo one, dude, this is crazy. That's the thing that I was saying also, is like we're coming back to like meme coins and the memes behind it. It's like logical as hell. Like, that's what the meme coin meta is it's always been about. But the memes, like, you have to have some like stupid coin that has like nothing behind it. It's not funny. has nothing that's viral. It's like, why are we buying this? Like, is it something having to do with the culture? You know, and that's like the stuff that I think is people are rotating back to. It's like something that has something of substance, whatever that may be. And a lot of the other shit's just like kind of dying off. Like, you ain't gonna catch me buying a Pump Fun like ticker. This, like, that's still on Pump Fun. I'm not doing that. Like, not at all. Any other tickers y'all want me to look at? Oh, brother, I took a fucking massive loss on Wolf. You have no idea. I took like a 700k loss on Wolf. It's a very sensitive topic for me. I can't really blame fully anyone for, like, regardless of what happened. I was up a lot in profit, and I knew that I should have de-risked. But I had a lot going on in my life, and, you know, that greed can get to you. They're powerful lessons, and it happens to everyone, for sure. But it's like, you have to learn from those lessons. Always at like 3 to 5x, I would say, you take your initials and a little bit of profit. That, in my experience, has been the best way to play this stuff. You don't necessarily want to do it too early at like a 2x. Depending on what the market cap is and like what you think it could go to, let it run a little bit. You know, really, I think a lot of people would do way better if they just bought, and then once they do take initials plus a little profit, move it to another wallet and like just don't look at it for like 6 months. Yeah, and so then you're not like sitting there stressing out like looking at all this stuff, because you will outperform if you do that kind of stuff. Are people buying stuff on Moonshot? Is that a thing? The Frog Folio. Oh yeah, they just did like an NFT drop, I think. Apu. How is Book of Memes still a thing? Like, this was an early like cabal. I think it's like trending to 0. What is that? Pepe on Sol? Yeah, what was that? Was that a Murad ticker? Hold up. What was that? No, I'm good on that, bud. Yeah, by the way, I fucking hate what they did over here on Deck Screener. Brother, I'm not touching this. I mean, the chart doesn't look bad. Honestly, that's crazy what high market cap it went to. I'll put this on a watch list. I will say that. Put on the Frog Folio watch list. It has potential, I think. Yeah, what I was saying was, if you go look at, just go back. All this shit right here, I hate it so much. It's just greed, man. Like, these people got greedy, and it's just ridiculous. Like, I don't trust a lot of the stuff that's up here with like all this pay. Like, oh, it's going to 1 billion. And then like shortly after, they just start dunking on people. Oh man, did my internet just go out? It says it's good. Yeah. Let's go look at Sol again. Yeah. There's a lot of bullish stuff going on in the market right now. Sol ETH, good. Down is Sol Bitcoin, looks good. Yeah, we're pushing up right now, 150-ish. So like, multi-book on Bookmap is great, but like if you want like some more in-depth, like I said, I would definitely be focusing on getting a subscription to Trading Light. It's super cheap. It's like 15 bucks a month. So let's go to Sol and Binance. And you just gotta filter for like which order blocks. Look for like the bigger order blocks, because that's the stuff that's really gonna make a difference. Right about there maybe. Let's go on the 4 hour. Maybe go down a little bit. Okay. I hate how it doesn't save my settings. As I said, you could see like a shitload of orders down here on Sol, which I don't see them filling those, like, to be honest. I think those are just like stink bids where just people are like, if they have a crash, you know, then they have orders there. So we're stacking up right here. So you don't really, you make assumptions off if they're buy or sell. They're not like gonna tell you. Like if something is above price, usually it's a sell. Not always. You just make those assumptions, you know. And if it's below price, it's usually a buy, because, you know, you're not gonna be selling down here, like, for the most part. Like it could be resting limit orders for like stop losses or whatever, but most of the time people are buying down here to hold price, and they're selling up at certain levels to take profit, or in some cases manipulate the market and keep price down. But for the most part, yeah, it's that simple. Usually you can just make those assumptions. So, but yeah, you can get a lot of granularity with this. Like you could go in and look very close to the order blocks, like in real time. And if you want to, you can go in and show the delta. Let me see. Where is that? Do I enable that up here? Let me change the setting on this. Should be visible. Oh no, don't hide values. There we go. So I want the total. There it is. All right, cool. So yeah, you get the delta, and then you get like the total of each candle. So I'm on the daily. So it's like delta of 60K to the plus side of buying pressure. So it's weighted towards the upside. So yeah, super crucial for trading, or if you just like want to know generally what the market's doing. If you're just only trading like meme coins and shit, it's good to know, because while meme coins have pretty much detached from like the broader market, somewhat for sure, but if you see Bitcoin and Solana and like alts and L1s and like dumping, usually meme coins are gonna like turbo dump. So yeah, it's just good to be aware of what the broader market's doing. So I'd like to see this 150 area break, and you can just watch these literally get eaten up. Go down to the lower time frames, and yeah, you can just see like these order blocks are going down. That was like a 7.6, now it's 6.9. So it's getting filled slowly but surely. Yeah. It looks kind of crazy, I guess, but Render and Ondo. Render, I was one of my favorite tickers for a long time. I was in Render since like 50 cents or something. Like I did a whole thread on that a long time ago. Let's see. I mean, this is a good place to hold for sure. I'm curious how much the AI meta will catch up. I think Ondo will do fine just because of who it's by. I mean, I do think altcoins are going to have like a massive run, to be honest with you. And I'm excited for that, because if you haven't been around for an altcoin season, it is the easiest money you'll ever make. While I think it'll be different, I still think it'll be some of the easiest money you've ever made in crypto, as opposed to the last 6 months, which was like complete PvP, people dumping on you and trying to figure out the meme coin meta and just getting chopped to bits. It's been even for me, it's been wild. You know, I've made a lot of money and I've lost a lot of money. I'll say that. Sui looks pretty insane. Yeah, it's a pretty wild chart right there. I mean, it's like testing this area right here. That'll be interesting. Yeah, I'm working on Jeepbot. Honestly, like right now, we have a lot going on with that right now. Yeah, a lot going on. I don't even know what I can say, but like once I talk to the team, yeah, we're like in the midst of securing funding, securing devs, and talking to different places about partnerships. It's very bullish. Very, very bullish. Yeah. Ondo, AVAX is just like, I had a lot of AVAX earlier this cycle, and then I dumped all of it around like, what, 45 or something. Still waiting for my Arena airdrop. I don't know what's going on. I think a lot of these different projects like Grass, Arena, and some other ones like AOF, they're just like waiting for the market to look like extremely bullish to drop their tokens, which I think will be really great because then there'll be more liquidity. People will have more, you know, liquidity to buy. I mean, these people think that we're not going to sell their tokens, but come on, like, you know it's going to happen. Curve, ridiculously low. That is wild. Yeah, right now there's just so many opportunities. If you just go and look at certain charts, like I think Curve Finance could definitely have a giant comeback. Yeah, this is ridiculously low down here. That's insane. There's no way Curve should be this low. Oh yeah, dude, returns to all-time highs is just nuts. 2,500%, like what the fuck? With stuff this low, you don't even need to bid much. Same thing with like lower market cap meme coins. You don't need to stack in with like 30K. I do that sometimes because like, you know, I like to be very risk on, and the lower I get in on a meme coin, the more I like to put in on it. IONET, we'll see how this goes. This was a banger for me. Another thing to know about IONET is a lot of the unlocks for investors like myself don't come out for like till like next year. So once the AI narrative catches on, there's less supply that's circulating to be sold. So I think this could very easily go back to all-time high and go way past it. I would watch that. Long on, any longs right now, I would be like very low leverage. I've been thinking about some longs myself, but I would just keep the leverage like really low. Like low key, like 10% or 10x or under. You can always increase later once we get like a definitive like breakout and trend. Because I think that once we break all-time high, it's gonna get crazy. Like shit's gonna get real crazy. Like the FOMO is gonna kick in. I think also like that HBO documentary having to do about like the founder of Bitcoin, I think that that's going to like hit retail and like mainstream society like a lot. I think that could be a big catalyst. And obviously once we break all-time high, that's when usually you get more news coverage and stuff like that, and it hits mainstream media. Then we're going to get like potentially a bigger flood of people back in. And I think this cycle, Moonshot, in my opinion, is like the Robin Hood of this cycle for crypto and retail. So yeah, some of these other AI coins. This is true. Middle East is wilding out, man. Like every time we're about to break out, they just like, it's weird. It's like seems like too much of a coincidence to just be random. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. So yeah, like AI is definitely something that I'm watching as far as like themes for like an altcoin season. Um, RWA not so much. I'd have like a little bit of exposure through like Ondo just because it's like who's backing it and who's doing all that with it. It's just they're probably gonna do really well, and I'm not too hardcore into like the meta of like RWA. It seems like a long-winded play. Like maybe not really getting its legs until like next cycle potentially. There's a lot of people that are like really bullish on things that I don't even think are going to be a thing this cycle. People will be really surprised how much liquidity meme coins are going to suck out of every fucking sector. It's not going away. And the only way it goes away is if people stop being poor at scale, and that's not going to happen. So it's gambling. DEX tokens. That's why I'm so bullish on Ray. GMX, Arbitrum, I'm not really sure. But usually DEX tokens are like one of my favorite plays. They're like layups. And Ray is pretty much like the main one. It has the majority of LPs are on Radium. You could go with Orca too, to be honest with you, but Orca is primarily used for like botting and stuff by like really really big bots, but it'll still do well, but like I don't think it's gonna do better than Ray. But we can see. I mean, it wouldn't be a bad layup to toss money at this. I mean, that's nuts. That wick, I don't really know about that wick. Let's stick to something a little bit more, saying 600%. That's still fire, even to this recent local high. And these are like plays you can go in with size. You don't have to worry about it rugging or anything like that, which is nice. It's very nice. These are just like slow cooks. You just like put them away and you're good. Starting to get kind of hungry, not gonna lie. Sneebu? I don't know what that is. Sounds like something I wouldn't want to buy. Let's go back. Damn, was my trading view not up that whole time, bro? That's crazy. I hate this shit. That's annoying. I need to hire someone to handle all this shit for me. Oh god, Tron. That was a very short, winded fucking meme coin cycle on Tron. I'm good on that. Let's go Sol ETH. Let's see what's going on. That's so fucking bullish. Sol Bitcoin. Let's go the weekly. Extremely bullish. There's some other things that I look at when it comes to this. Where is it at? Is it? I don't know if I have it on my chart. Where is it at? I can just type it in though. Maybe it's the other way around. USDT dominance to Bitcoin dominance. Yeah, let's try the other way around. Jesus Christ. Yeah, okay. This is also something that I watch for. So this is the dominance of USDT and Bitcoin. So are people like buying Bitcoin or are they stabling up and selling out? Usually this has kind of scared the shit out of me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm definitely not gonna lie. It definitely scared the shit out of me. So this is definitely something to be cautious of. So like you could see marked a market bottom up here. Guess that was one like right there. Oh, I don't really feel like switching all these around, but fuck it. Yeah. So yeah, when I'm making like these price predictions for like saying I think we're going over 200k Bitcoin, there's a lot that's involved with like saying something like that. I don't just look at just like the Bitcoin chart. There's a lot of stuff that goes into that, and I need to write that, you know, put a write-up together for that because it is a lot, and people keep asking me where I get these price targets from. So yeah, we'll see. Also, I have way too many charts. Where is this thing at? Yeah, that's another thing I was letting people know about is the liquidity rotation between Asia session and New York Open session is that's why I stay up late, is because it always lets me know usually what the trend is going to be, and there's always big movements at the beginning of Asia session. Whether it's the downside or the upside, almost always it's the inverse at the Open of New York. And just recently we had a continuation, which was really nice, which is indicative of a larger trend reversal. As you can see, it indeed was. Like, you know, from Asia Open till, you know, NYC close, and was price higher or lower than the Open and the close. And it was lower, lower, pretty much even, and then higher. So throughout the sessions, you could see that price was starting to change, and now we just started getting like giant candles right off of the close. So you can kind of front run like the next session. Most of the time, it's not always that, but it usually is for the most part. Especially if you're in like this was like a reversal area. If we're in a trend, it almost always does that because the market ebbs and flows. It's not just like up, up, up. You know, like price has to come back, seek liquidity, consolidate. It's expansion, contraction, consolidation, over and over and over. So yeah. I'll probably start doing more streams like this if I get like a solid connection, whatever. I need to get some more streaming equipment. It's just not enough hours in the day. Sol's looking good here. What alts do I hold? Sure, yeah, we can go look at the Zach chart too. Hire you? Hire you for what? I have like people come in that are like my assistants. They're coming. That's gonna be cool. What was you just asking about? Thoughts on Aerodrome? Aerodrome was something I looked at, and I held it for a very short period of time, and just never really saw the volume or the daily active users come onto base. Like they were posting about some, oh, daily active users hit like this new record. It's like, no, they didn't, bro. That's fucking not real data. Like no one's really on base like that. Yeah, alts I hold, I think I went over some of them, like Ray, Jupe, have some Ionet, and this isn't counting like memes or anything. And see, like a lot of these I just put away in one of my hardware wallets, and I don't touch it. And you just let them cook. I still do have some of QRL, which is like low key, like a slow cook for me. Like I helped the team like a long time ago. Holy shit, they just got a fucking god candle the last couple like days. This is beautiful. So this is like a very, very like early project in my opinion for like compared to most, and they don't have like a lot of hype. I can go into that with like the team, just like they had like some really good 10xer devs, and just like they didn't allocate for marketing, which is crazy. You can have a good product, but if nobody knows about you, it doesn't fucking matter. This is a quantum resistant ledger, and it's like one of the only NIST approved algorithms they use for being quantum resistant. So like this is a big thing, and I think like this narrative will eventually become prevalent. Whether it's this cycle, next cycle, I don't know. But this is something like if you want to put something to the side and have an early entry on, I would suggest QRL. They have really good devs, they have a really good team, and their tech is fire. I think that they were working on some new updates, and maybe they came out with them, and that's what this interest is about right here. I don't know, I haven't looked into it in a while. I might have to contact a couple people and see what's going on over there. So yeah, that's another one that's like a very slow cook, but getting into like 10 cents, 30 cents, like I think like 10 or 11, something like that, I think is a really good idea. It's always good to have long-term conviction holds that you're not stressed out about. A lot of people are just like full porting memes over and over and over again, and that's a bad idea. You should set aside a certain amount of money to do super high risk shit like that. That's good to make. You have to have large allocations into very high confidence plays to make money, and then you diversify to keep money. It's like something that I think a lot of people don't understand. Diversification is not for making wealth; it's for maintaining it. Hold on. Okay. 1 second. Oh, Zach just texted me. Yeah, I can look at the Zach chart too. That's funny, he just texted me. What the fuck? Let's go back to Deck Screener. Oh, nice. Oh, fuck yeah. Yeah, dude, this is a good chart. I'm not gonna lie. And see, like, you have to have these in any meme that's gonna like last for a long time. Like, they have to have this giant pullback. If people don't remember, like, Pepe almost went to 0. Like, literally, I remember holding my Pepe and people were like, haha. And I was just like, whatever, dude. Like, it is what it is. Like, I'm not selling it. And like, look, I think what did it go from, like, I'm trying to remember. It went from like something like 2 billion to like, was like 200K, something crazy. Yeah, let's go down to the daily. So yeah, Pepe went from, let's see here, from 1.85 billion down to, which one's lower? This one, to 255 million. Okay, so it wasn't 255,000. Still a lot of drawdown, and people were pretty much just like, oh, it's dust, it's done. It's not done until it's done, man. And that's when people love to go back. It was the 85% drawdown. Most coins that are gonna be sustainable, like, they have to have this. You go look at most charts, like this happened to like WIF, this happened to almost every meme coin. So if something basically survives this and seeing an uptick in volume, it's a very good sign. That's definitely something that you want to look for. A lot of people look at charts if, like, say you only saw that part of the chart or whatever. They'd be like, oh, it's dead. Those are the charts that I make the most money on, because that's when you get in the best, the lowest. Your risk to reward is so high and your downside is limited. It's called asymmetrical upside. So that means you have a lot more to gain on the upside than you have to lose on the downside. And then obviously, boom, and it just like fucking rockets. Yeah, and now it's chilling at like 4.5 billion, all-time high 7.23. So yeah, Zach's chart looked pretty interesting for sure. And we can just go check, like, let me go pull up, like, I always check holder scan. It's always, you always want to look at like the distribution and if it's been increasing, and then check like Jeet screener. That's another, let me switch back over. Okay, cool. Yeah, so Jeet screener. Average time held, yeah, so a lot of people are holding. Total holders 20K, average retention, yeah, so it looks good. Okay, and I was actually just telling them about this today, that they should try to look into getting some listings, because that's what's gonna push price and like eyes more than anything. So yeah, that's not bad. It actually looks pretty decent, to be honest with you. That wasn't the right one. Hold on. Make sure I get the right ticker. Yeah, it should be that one, I would think. There it is, yeah. So yeah, price looks good on that. 13 mil market cap, decent amount of liquidity. You know, 1.3 would be 10%. So it's probably like around what, 7 to 8%. That's good, that's healthy. It's the ones that are like around 1%. It's like when you have low liquidity to market cap ratio, you're gonna see extreme volatility. So like to the upside and the downside, both. Volatility works both ways. So like, so what a lot of cabal coins do is they have low liquidity. So like any buying pressure is like 5 to 10x in volatility to the upside. So that's where you get eyes and starts like, you know, taking off like crazy. Like that mooting went to like 300 million or whatever. But then you saw people's P&Ls where they're like 3 mil, 4 mil, and liquidity was 3 mil. So like, it's illiquid as shit. All of y'all can't take profits. And once people start taking profits, and then it's bad. However, what they could do on coins like that is they could stuff more liquidity in once they get it up there to hold it, which I'm surprised they didn't do that. But yeah, there's a lot of things that you need to be aware of to like see how the market's getting manipulated and avoid shit like that. And we're gonna put a lot of this into GPOT. Like I really want to like make a lot of this stuff like automated. So like when you go to like buy a token, a lot of people aren't gonna do what I just did, where you go to like Jeet Screener, where you go to like Holder Scan, like all these things, and you look for this. They might not even know to look for this stuff, and it's gonna like pull all this shit before you buy a token. It'll also see if like, oh, is there a lot of like wash trading volume? Are these wash trading volume wallets related to other rugs? Like, been working my ass off, and it's gonna be good. It's just taking some time because we're working on getting the funding for Solana Validator, which is not cheap, bro. It's like 2 mil, and you need one of those if you're gonna compete. And there's some other stuff, but I don't know if I could talk about other stuff yet. But as soon as I can, I will let y'all know. So yeah, Zach shit looks good. I'll put it on a watch list, another watch list. Let's see. Yeah, Bitcoin is definitely bumping, so is Sol. Hedge. HEGE? I don't know what that is. Is that the ticker? No, I've never seen this. What the fuck is this? Chart looks good. I don't even know what this is. One of the other things I always do, I'll show you here, is I always go and see if they have a Twitter, and then I see how many mutuals I have, and then who are my mutuals with them. That's a huge thing that I do. It tells me a lot about the project. I don't like this guy. See, like, what is the people holding it? Why is that not coming up? So yeah, you could see here also like, I guess you can't see it right now. Hold on. Let me move this up. Yeah, then you can see like low key, I'm always watching this to see like when maybe it's gonna get in listing. Like if you see like a shitload of supply go to one of these exchanges, like they're probably about to list it. But sometimes they always make like new hot wallets and stuff like that, so you can't see it as much. But yeah, if you could find stuff like right before it lists, you can make a lot of money, but it's not easy. Low key, I still want to try. Like every time we've tried to do this, it has not worked. But I figured it out a while ago. Tuning in, exciting times. Oh, that's cool. So yeah, no. Another thing I want to try is like instead of doing the live stream, there's a video feature obviously on the Spaces, but I figured out a way to do it through desktop. As a co-host, you can use OBS. So instead of having like just a live stream where people like type, you could have a Spaces where you would be able to use, you know, your desktop, and you could show different charts and go over the market, and people could talk. I think that would be cool as shit, but Spaces is kind of like janky right now. Chinese market up another 3% this morning. Told you, dude, just like watch the money. Go look at like the global liquidity. It's fucking peaking, man. It's hitting like all-time highs. You follow the money. If there's money coming in through the banks, like the Federal Reserve's doing some quantitative easing, if like China's doing some stimulus, don't try to be like some brainiac, like contrarian dude. Just like, oh yeah, no, it's like, dude, the money's coming in. That's all you need to know. Money's coming in. They're gonna like incentivize, you know, risk on assets. And what do you know? Like crypto's seen like anything. I think that's crazy. Maybe they're waiting for regulatory clarity from the SEC. I don't know. XD is kind of based. I was on this really early. It's like this little autistic girl on Twitter. She's like this little psycho girl. It's kind of funny. Hammy, low key, like their charts goated as fuck. And I'm not gonna lie, they've been rating like my posts for months. I probably should buy some just because you see it's like hitting some resistance like right around this area. Probably like push up, pull back, and go further high. So that's a good play. Back to see, this is what I'm saying. There's so many of these right now that look just like this, and they have different like multiples for return back to all-time high. But just these right here charts, you look for these. I call them hockey stick charts. They're my favorite. Whether it's memes, stocks, altcoins, whatever, these make the most money. Ribbit's pushing right now. Alright, I'm gonna turn that off right now. Bro, this chart looks very good. The only thing that sucked was like there was a lot of bag holders that had been holding for a long time. Like a long time. Like they had held through like hell. So I'm not mad at them for selling, you know. And the fact that the chart like absorbed all of this sell pressure and like still didn't go back to zero, and other people didn't panic sell is so bullish to me. I don't see, other than like the reasoning I think there is because a lot of people still don't know this narrative. When people understand that like this is like the original like Solana meme coin that started like the meme coin Supercycle on Solana, and that the guy also made whiff, which went to like $4.8 billion market cap. I think it'd be an obvious like ancillary play, because this is at what, roughly around 10 mil. I mean, even if it does a tenth of that, that's to 100 mil, like, or 400 mil if you want to go by, you know, its all-time high. So yeah, I'm still in this heavy and I'm holding. I haven't sold shit. In fact, I put 10K of my own money into the marketing wallet to help pay for the Moonshot listing and the Moonshot spotlight and stuff like that. So in realized P&L, I'm actually down, which is ironic. It's a story-driven meme coin. It unlocks story at different market cap. That's interesting. Never heard of that before. Reminds me of like the NFT meta they were trying to push. It was like story-driven NFTs. NFTs are just, I'm not really like, you know, I only almost bought one NFT this cycle and it was like a Retardio, but I can't really change my PFP. Kind of sucks. I can, but I did that before and like low-key, like I was coming up on spaces and they were like, where are you at? I can't see you in the crowd, because people just assimilate my PFP with me because I've had it for so long that, I don't know, just one of those things. Yeah, if there's any more tickers, I'll check them out, but I'm probably gonna, it's like 10. I want to get some and get back to coding, see if I could finish this module before I go to sleep. Oh shit. These girls are a little bit crazy. All right, yeah. I'm going to head out. I'll catch you later. Gonna get some food, and it's the golden bull, baby. Don't let these. If you got someone bearish on your timeline, just block them, bro. No one needs to see that bullshit. Don't get flooded out of your bags. We're going way higher. I still maintain that we are going to. Where is it at? Go to the weekly real quick. Show. Put this on log. Show. Yeah, we're still going. There's still the price target right there for me. Let me put that back on.